Okay, kicking things off in the heavyweight end of the bracket, we got Brad and Gabe. Brad in the blue and Gabe in the black. And now we start out in the neutral here. Both guys are going to look for grips. And we're going to probably see both guys trying to grab the collars. Because the collar grip leads to posture control. If you're able to pull your partner down and control their posture, that's good for you. And both these guys know it, so you see them both grip up and try to pull the other guy down. Oh, was able to get him down to a knee, but they pop right back up. You're both matching each other's head level. And there's a lot of strategy in a situation like this. Obviously, I'm a smaller person. I'm like 160 pounds. But these guys, usually in heavyweight jiu-jitsu, a lot of time whoever's on top is going to win. So a lot of times it comes down to the takedown. You don't see a whole lot of guard pulls heavyweight and up in jiu-jitsu because it's just such an advantage to be on top. So both these guys likely know that their best action comes when they're on top. Brad tried to shoot in for the double, but Gabe shut him down. Most of the time, when you're especially in a competitive or a tournament match, you should be trying to get to positions where you feel strongest or you feel like you have your most game, your most options. So I'd say both these guys feel like they do their best work on top. And neither one is going to want to look to pull guard, which would not get you any negative points in the situation, but it just changes the game. Stand-up battle is a lot different than a sweep battle. And it can be tough in a match like this to get the other guy at a position, and that's really what both of these guys are looking for, just for the other one to kind of make a mistake and reach a little bit too far, step out of position just to get them off balance. Brad's trying to kind of drag by, but he's got to break the grips here. This is what I'd be focusing on in this situation, breaking grips here, because a lot of times these grips are going to negate each other. So you want to look to break grip. Brad's got the cross collar tie. Shoots for the single, but misses. But Gabe's left forearm, he dropped that elbow, got the forearm wedged in there, was able to shut it down and not let Brad get too deep. So that was a nice little counter for that. And they reset here. Brad tries to pull him by again. But I find for me, a lot of my openings come from a grip break into, say, like a drag attempt, or you just got to look to open up opportunities from grip breaks in situations where you're not going to pull guard, I think. But Brad goes for the collar tie now. Now he's hunting that collar tie. I like it. Gabe's going for the collar tie as well because he knows it's working against him. It's just so tiring on your posture if the guy's pulling on your head and neck. Trying to drop him down. Probably trying to make him go to his knees and get a front headlock situation would kind of be ideal in this scenario. And the takedowns that you want to try to go for that are kind of less risky, drags, single legs, ankle picks. You want to try to go for things that aren't going to open you up and put you at risk of getting taken down yourself. So now I don't imagine there's too much time left. And with the first point scenario, you got to think one of these guys is going to look to really take a risk to get some points on the board. Brad tried to shoot in again. He's got to lower his level a little bit more if he's going to try to get that double leg. No points on the board yet. There'd be no advantages either if it was like a true IBJJF point scenario. Both guys still gripping up. Forehead to forehead. Brad looking for a grip on the tricep. Maybe he's thinking about a drag. But this is just kind of what happens sometimes when neither guy wants to go to the bottom and play guard. Just get kind of a little bit of a stalemate sometimes. But again, to me, it's just strategy. Like it's just both these guys know probably whoever gets on top is going to be at a big advantage. But with such little time on the clock, now the pressure is kind of on. Brad went for the collar tie. Just got the hand on the elbow. Shot in on the double. Very nice. See what Brad did there? He had his right hand on the elbow, and he used a well-timed elbow push. And he's able to shoot in deep. And nobody's getting away from that. He pins Gabe to his back. He's in perfect side control. And to me, it looks like there's probably 10, 20 seconds on the clock. So he's in a pretty comfortable position now, up 2-0 on the scoreboard. Gabe basically has to really try to get a submission or try to get something happening. He's got to try to push Brad's shoulder away from his face. But that's time. We just ran out of time. But nice match to kick off the heavyweight end of the bracket. Brad gets the 2-0 victory. Nicely done, guys.